This is the 6 Sports Desk.
Well, we got this running joke in our sports office that the football season could just stay around 100 days away because during the football season, we don't get a lot of sleep. As for the Detroit Lions, who started their organized team activities this week, also known as OTAs, you could tell that this group can't wait for the season to get here already. The Lions posted this video today, giving us a snippet of how the guys are looking to get used to the full schedule of practices. During yesterday's press conference, head coach Dan Campbell told us how rookie defensive end Aiden Hutchinson is already benefiting from getting to work with some of the Lions veterans.
Adapting to the speed of the game, these types of tackles. Now, here, I've said this before, I think this is where I think Hutch is going to have a big advantage, is the fact that he's going to have to go against Sewell and Decker every day. I think that's huge. I think that'll play more into his development than a lot of other things. So, you know, I feel like he's going to be going against quality tackles. So that in itself is, I think, really going to, I think it can excel his progression.
Well, speaking of Detroit pro sports teams, the Detroit Tigers were hosting the Cleveland Guardians last night, and the way it ended is just like all of us dreamed of when we were little. Bottom of the ninth, tie game with a runner on third, and a hit wins it, and Miguel Cabrera smacks it into shallow center for an RBI single, bringing Jonathan Scope home from third to walk it off to beat the Guardians. And a little Conor McGregor swagger walk to celebrate it. And Miggy ended up running into the locker room after the game and didn't speak with the media, but Jonathan Scope shared his confidence when Miggy comes up to the plate in game-winning situations.
You know, you got Miguel behind you. You know, you feel so good. You know, he's sitting behind you, and you know, Miggy gonna get the job done. You know, Miggy is Miggy. You know, he's Hall of Fame for a reason. So thank God Miggy got the job done, and we got the win.
In college baseball, the Michigan Wolverines are playing in the Big Ten baseball tournament this weekend. And last night, they started their game against Illinois at around 11 p.m. The Wolverines started the game with a leadoff home run from Clark Elliott. But then Joe Stewart came up and hit a home run of his own, making history as the first duo to start a Big Ten tournament game with consecutive home runs. Michigan would go on to get the 7-5 win over the Fighting Illini at around 2:17 in the morning. The Wolverines play the #1 seeded Maryland Terrapins tonight around 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we'll make sure to update you on that game. On the high school diamond, the first week of the 60th Dean Shippey Capital Diamond Classic showed us all that anything can happen in sports. Earlier this week, the 3-time defending champion Grand Ledge lost to Portland on a walk-off hit. Then last night, heavily favored Okemos fell to the Mason Bulldogs in a 1-run game in the quarterfinals. So now Mason will move on to the semifinal round to take on St. John's. And when we spoke with Mason head coach Cole Tyrell after the win, he told us what beating a team like Okemos means to his program as they head into a busy week.
A huge momentum builder for us, a huge confidence builder as we go into the semifinals against St. John's, who's a really great team. We'll prepare for them, but the day before that, we have our pre-district game against Howell, who's a really great state-ranked team. So we're going to prepare for both. I think right now the momentum's on our side, and we're going to use that going into Tuesday, and we'll obviously use that coming back here on Wednesday.
And speaking of high school sports, our Ian Kress is currently at the Charlotte Girls Soccer District game against Jackson Northwest right now. We're going to make sure to have highlights of that tonight on 6 News at 11. But for now, we'll be right back with a final look at your forecast. So stay with us.